what's there left to say? Throw your stones the river. Like me it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Swallow your choice, it's done. Terrified of what's left remains unsaid until you break my mind.
Till you break my mind.
Until you break my thought.
Till you break my thought. I'm throwing wishes in the well in hopes that you keep them for yourself. And know there was a time when we never let go. Never let go. Ooh, we never let go.
We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Swallow your choice, it's with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and Bring that beat back.
Crack it.
lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let me keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Reaching for stars. I wonder where you are.
All right, and welcome back everyone to my second Taco Masters cast of the year. Today I'll be solo casting, so you're going to be hearing a lot of my voice. I don't mind talking, so I hope you guys don't mind listening. It is going to be WRG versus Veneration Esports. And just to give you guys a quick recap about how these teams have been doing, they've both played one game so far. WRG beating Pulse Gaming 2-0, and Veneration losing 2-1 up to Energy, a newly formed Energy team. So quite a rough and intense game that actually happened there. A lot of us thought that VNR would actually pull off the impossible, but Energy just came back and did extremely well there.
Reserve time. Slaughter.
About that one, Veneration did win.
Crew
Energy Esports lost 2-1. I just had to make sure about that one because I was just like, wait, I know it don't make sense. I'm sure Veneration won that one. And they actually did. So it's going to be quite an interesting matchup here. WRG, of course, winning last year's Masters and probably the top or the best team to beat in South Africa at this point. So a very tough road for the likes of VNR to actually go up against the Masters, the Titans of SA Dota, and WRG making a very big name for themselves last year, especially beating the likes of Bravado. Bravado, not actually losing on land for I think was a period of roughly 5 years. Congratulations to them. But let's see if Veneration can actually pull this off. They are quite, not a new team as such with the name Veneration, but a lot of these players, they are old school player names inside of the likes of Veneration itself. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what they come up with, how they're going to put pressure on WRG. Going through the bans, it is actually going to be a Underlord, of course, being banned out, as well as the Lone Druid, two staple bans, just in the local scene, but in the international scene. And on my previous cast with Scorpy, we spoke about Pudges coming just, being picked up everywhere, locally, internationally, just because of what a Pudge can offer you in regards with initiation, counter initiation. If someone ganks you, if the Pudge is behind, he can hook you out. Pudge offers a lot of versatility as a support. Never mind. We're not really talking about the Dendy mid Pudges here, but as a support itself.
Reserve time.
Both of those heroes being banned out with the Pudge, as well as the Earth Spirit now here from WRG. The picks, when starting off with the Shadow Demon, a staple pick, I know, for the likes of WRG specifically, a lot of other teams as well, extremely versatile with that disruption. And we saw, I think it was last week, we saw the power that disruption, a well-timed disruption can actually have. And up against the likes of the Slaughter, Ogre Magi, which was picked up afterwards, disruption is going to be key here. Never mind the split pushing potential, the high ground sieging potential, the team fight potential, with the Luna specifically there as well. Shadow Demon's got a lot of work cut out for him up against the Slaughter and the Ogre Magi. And of course, Luna was picked up here from WRG. Just making sure. I don't have two screens on today, so I don't have all of my stats available on hand written down. So I'm going to be alt-tabbing just every now and then just to make sure of my stats. It is, of course, a new year. Week 2 of the Telkom Masters series for Dota 2, or Masters Championships for Dota 2. Last year, over $1 million rand in prize money. I'm about to say $1 million, and give that little laugh. But for $1 million rand in prize pool this year, it's looking to be even more than that. So extremely excited to be casting, extremely excited to be involved here. And it's going to be an amazing year for SA Esports. Looking towards the rest of the picks and bans so far, Sniper being banned out from the likes of WRG. Veneration have gone for a Batrider and a Tinker. Tinker, one of Castaway from WRG's core heroes, but of course it still leaves him with an entire repertoire of heroes he can play. And we saw Castaway playing a lot of Invoker during the course of his early career, and it still left that mark in the South African esports scene. We saw him playing that Invoker overseas during WESG as well, and in my opinion, he played it tremendously well. Trolled mid, he had good initiations, he was just all over the place in a good way with that Invoker, and that's playing up against some of the top teams in the world. So, are we going to see WRG going for a very staple core lineup here, picking up the Invoker, picking up the Luna, moving forward bit by bit, or are we going to see them throw caution to the wind, pick up a little bit of an unorthodox draft here in game 1? do see a lot of teams going for game 1 seriously, game 2, just having a little bit of fun, hoping they can win, trying a new pocket strat or a new strat out during game 2. Not a lot of teams that have the seeding advantage in regards with not just Telkom, but I'm talking about the actual placement in the South African esports ecosystem. Not a lot of teams will just throw away that game 1 because it's back foot and anything can happen. Veneration, though, it is up to them to make plays here. It's up to them to take this to WRG, to force the fights, to force the engagements, to constantly move around, to keep WRG guessing. Because if you go into a passive game up against WRG, chances are WRG are going to win that game. And they are going to come ahead, or, come out ahead. So Veneration has to come up with something quite unorthodox, or just throw a curveball. And a Necrophos, he's not a big curveball, but I mean that can do quite a bit, especially up against the low HP, no buyback, when you're sieging high ground, the amount of burst damage that you can get with the Slaughter, Ogre, the stuns, the nukes, as well as the Reaper's Scythe coming through, damage per missing HP. So at level 4, if you're basically on nearly anything under 50, so let's say if you're roughly 40% HP, excluding now magical armor and all of those other mathematical equations that you have to do, but with 0 magical armor, roughly around 40 to 45% HP, you will die from the Reaper Scythe. Now, with the magical armor inherently in a lot of the heroes, you're still probably looking at around a quarter to a third HP. And the larger HP pool is, that's fine. It still takes away that amount of HP. And it's a very good pickup here for the likes of Veneration to try and make sure that they constantly get those ganks, get the Reaper Scythe kills, ensure those kills, and not let the Luna come out with nearly no HP, which you do see quite a lot, especially with the likes of the Shadow Demon protecting her with a disruption. But I'm wondering if this is a hero that's being picked up not just because of Dark Moon, but we are going to see the Disco Pony. The Strat coming up here for the likes of WRG, and for those of you guys that have actually played Dark Moon, Flash is one of the more staple heroes that can handle probably 2 lanes alone by himself in most cases. So maybe actually quite, this is going to be interesting. Is this going to be a port Flash to combo up with the Shadow Demon, or is this WRG throwing their own curveball to go for this 4 Lash? Put this Lash on the mid lane with Castaway playing it. Going to be quite interesting, to say the least, to see what they're actually going to do. Veneration has decided to pick up the Weaver, so a lot of mobility there, but Weaver still has to be careful because the Shadow Demon disruption into a Leshrac stun, if it is timed correctly, and with the Tidehunter comboing on top of that, Weaver can be blown up instantly. And Weaver's one of his biggest shortfalls is his low HP pool to start off with. And sure, he can cut. He has Sakuchi. He moves quite fast, especially in Sakuchi. Problem is, if you do catch him at early levels, you can burst him before he has a chance to time lapse. Towards the later levels, that does get a lot more difficult, especially if you are a little bit further behind on the side of, for example, WRG. Weavers do get extremely difficult to actually play up against because if you have a look at it, duration of Sakuchi is 4 seconds, but its cooldown is 6. So
Reserve time.
a very good kiting here, especially with the likes of the Slaughter, the minus armor that's coming through there. Ogre with the Ignite, of course, slowing the heroes down. Weaver, extra minus armor. Necrophos is just slow. It's a very slow death, so to speak. But I like this lineup from the side of Veneration. WRG's got a very core and steady lineup. They've, of course, gone and banned out the Rubik. Lots of spots for Rubik to steal here. And the last ban out was the Invoker. So Veneration maybe stream sniping a bit there. Nah, I'm joking. Invoker is a castaway hero. It is the castaway hero. But don't take any other heroes away from castaway. He plays extremely well on a lot of them. On a lot of mid heroes, he likes being an impact player, likes being involved in a lot of the fights. So picking up the puck here, I do like that. It gives him a lot more control. They have Lash, the Lash Shadow Demon combo. They have the Luna Shadow Demon combo. Now they also have the Puck Tidehunter combo with the Luna. It's a very well-rounded lineup. The Lash is still quite an interesting hero here, in my opinion. I think it could have gone with a better kind of support. But looking at the Shadow Demon, looking at the Lesh, and oh wait, Terrorblade being picked up here. Now, this is a very interesting one because Terrorblade, towards the early levels, if he doesn't get a good start, he does struggle a little bit. His biggest spell, of course, is Thunder. Do a lot of HP, do a lot of damage to him, and just goes, uses Thunder, he's back to full HP. The problem is, with all the nuke damage and the silence potential coming up from the side of WRG, Terrorblade is going to have a damn difficult time in the mid-game stage. Towards the late game, he should still be okay, and early game, his supports will actually back him up. Big problem here is late game, mid-game, Terrorblade is going to struggle. We're going to see how Veneration is going to move around with the Slaughter, Ogre, Weaver, as well as probably a mid-Necrophos coming up here. It's going to be interesting because they can't put it against the likes of WRG to make sure that they give enough space. The likes of the Terrorblade actually get his farm and get what he needs to compete. Oh, a shout out to Muzzy. I think he's busy watching on stream. Shout out to Muzzy watching on stream. I have to say he always joins the streams, watches them, and always a good laugh to have with him when he's on stream and when he has his very fun and interesting comments. I love you, Muzzy. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all of you guys watching in-game and on stream. It's going to be one interesting game here between these two, and let's actually see. I did see a TP coming here towards the bottom lane. It is Chadawi here on the Tidehunter. So are we actually going to see a full-on aggro lane with the Weaver, Slaughter, and Ogre? PSL, nope. Going to be PSL. There you go. And well, it's going to be an interesting lineup here, to say the least. An interesting laning phase for the likes of VNR. Why don't they have their clan tag? I'm going to have to try and remember who's playing what the whole time. I hate it. What, Luna? Oh, and I was about to actually go to the hero preview. Now, for those of you guys that actually want to cast the spectate, don't click on the hero preview because there's like a 50-50 chance that your Dota is going to crash for some weird reason. Parents trophy progress will not be rewarded. Yeah, okay, whatever that means. And there you go, mid lane. It is going to be PSL here on the Necrophos. It is NY State of Mind on the Slaughter. Change your names, please. FMD Amazing on the Weaver off lane, and it is actually going to be bottom lane Terrorblade. Where was the Tidehunter? Yes. Right in. Where is it? Oh, we're actually going to see an engagement here for the bottom lane. Chadawi here is trying to do a lot. He just has to be a little bit careful. Sorry, I thought for some reason WRG was Radiant and they sent Chadawi towards the bottom lane. So I was like saying, what's happening? Alright, a little bit of a mix up there from my side. But having a look at the lanes itself, I think Chadawi should be semi-okay until this Terrorblade starts reaching that level 3 mark. He's going to be pressured out quite a bit. But he at least knows Metamorphosis does have an extremely long cooldown. They're just going to pressure him every single time that Metamorphosis is up. And Slaughter is trying to come in as well. He does have a stun available. Chadawi just turning around. He's just mocking them the whole time. I love this playing up against the top lane. Even maybe. That Weaver does have also a full salve, so I think a salve was already used up here by the Tidehunter. Tidehunter only sitting on full level 1. He does have an anchor smash, but he still needs that Kraken shell. We might actually see the first blood coming through here. The wraparound is there by the Tidehunter. Are they actually going to be able to do anything? Ogre Magic comes. He does manage to actually get the ignite off onto Chadawi, and it's going to be body blocking right now. There's the next stun, and this will not. Yeah, this will be first blood, going the way of the Terrorblade. And I mentioned towards the start of the game, Terrorblade needs a really good start to actually deal with that mid lane. You know, the top lane we actually did see. Who died top lane? It was the Weaver. The Weaver, basically a 1-for-1, but going in favor of the side of VNR, so very good start then. You know, there's a very early smoke up here, level 2 Lash as well as a level 2 Shadow Demon. Going to be wrapping around in versus actually picked up here by the Shadow Demon, and might actually Yeah, they definitely scouted that out with that ward, the invis rune there. That's why, oh no, they're still going on this. Will they actually be able to get the stun after they actually follow up? They don't. Necrophos is still alive at this point, but Pretty Boy is coming in here with Ogre Man. They do manage to actually get the kill here. The path jumps in on Cosplay. Now they want to go for more, but they won't be able to. That's the problem when you're smoked up and you actually do pick up a ruin. In most cases, that is scouted out. So extremely lucky that they still managed to get that kill. Unfortunately, PSL, he pushed out the wet just a little bit too much. And with that hot stop with Aura, Cosplay just going to be ticking down HP. And the worst to play up against, to be honest. The worst to play up against the Necrophos because he does, I mean, leveling that up doesn't really do that much. So, you know, keeping it on level 1 if you want, still does enough to constantly chip down on your HP. Gotcha, now he's trying to still gain. Oh, he's actually got his level 2, so going in towards that level 3 right now, but I don't think they have enough to actually kill him. A little bit of dodging and mocking at this point. It's a 1-for-2 in favor of WRG. The rotations from the Shadow Demon managing to get them that extra kill here on the... I saw pings. Weaver might be in a lot of trouble right now. He actually uses his Swarm to sort of scout this out, but there's the disruptor going in. Will the stun actually follow up? The stun does, and this is the exact problem that I spoke about the Weaver early game, is he is extremely soft. And even though a lot of damage was done inside WRG, they do have 6 tangos up. Shadow Demon only has 1 at this point, so they are, I mean, they're okay with all of the damage that the Weaver's just done. Weaver's going to come in, try and pressure them out a little bit, but Weaver has to be very careful because he will get burst down extremely quickly. Preparing quickly the 2 offlaners, it's 3-for-1 in regards with last hit. Level 2 up on the Weaver and just over level 3 on the Tide. So both the offlaners sitting roughly around the same points. Mid lane though, there's a big difference. Castaway on this puck, he's sitting on 22 and 6 at this point, up against 10 and 3 PSL. So Castaway, I think he'll be okay. He's just trading right clicks. He doesn't have to use his orb attack to get out of this, even though that's a 3 hero rotation for the side of VNR. And I have seen a lot of teams actually running into this, where they try and commit too much to try and kill Castaway to try and reduce Castaway's farm. And the problem is that just opens up a lot of the other lanes. Almost likely start seeing the Tide Hunter moving back into lane after he's cleared out these camps. Third will have his level 6 up against the level 4 Tide. I think that will be okay. That should be okay, especially with Metamorphosis still on cooldown for 40 seconds. I don't think he knows that, but Metamorphosis was used a little bit earlier. And Shadow Demons come here towards this mid lane. They constantly see Pretty Boy over here on the Ogre Magi, trying to help out PSL gain that little bit extra farm, and he has managed to. I mean, it was a 22 versus 10, now it's up to 27, so 5 for the likes of Castaway versus 8 up for the likes of Necrophos. They're doing quite a bit. And did this actually scout out? I don't think this scouted out the smoke movements, but is he just going to use the smoke to ward up? Let's have a quick look here. There's the first ward. The smoke will actually get popped up. Pretty Boy does manage to actually get... Oh, wait, there's a courier. Oh, no one's going to kill the courier. Pretty Boy did manage to get the bounty rune, but he might be in a lot of trouble right now. Disruption is as well as Splitter. And not sure if that was actually worth it. And the problem is Weaver's coming now as well. This is completely overextending for the likes of the Weaver. And he's going to run in, probably just eat a Lucent Beam to the face. There you go. Lucent Beam, 1 or 2 right clicks, and that's going to force the Weaver all the way out. Weaver, of course, does have a healing salve, so I think Weaver should be okay here. So, for those of you that don't know, this is, of course, the Telkom Masters. It is a Counter-Strike and Dota tournament at this point in South Africa with over R1 million random prize money. That's roughly around $80,000. Is pretty significant. I think it's leaning more towards the $100,000 prize mark for the year, or that's only for the Masters final. I know they normally have a few events throughout the year with worth around the $10,000 to $15,000 with the big $100,000 final at the end of the year. So it's a pretty damn big tournament here in the RSLA. Plane being pressured out quite significantly, it's also being used, and that is of course a level 4 Metamorphosis bonus damage is just ridiculous if you ask me. And the deny is coming through, not actually gonna latch. Terrorblade, I mean, power of the metamorphosis. He's just gonna be farming in this lane. I don't really think they can. Tidance has to be careful because the double damage rune up here that's just expired up on the ogre. Is there gonna be a stun? Yeah, there's a stun followed up as well by the ignite, and Shadai is taking a lot of damage. This is the problem. Unfortunately, Terrorblade doesn't have the movement speed to actually catch up. Meanwhile, top lane, top lane, they were trying to do a bit of damage up onto Denver, not actually managing to get anything, but a counter push is coming up here. But this is a tier 1 tower, and the tier 2 is being pressured. I like this from the likes of VNR because they are sort of forcing WRG to try and react, to try and keep up the pace. And WRG has done that with that tower, the counter push, but it's still bringing in rotations, forcing them out of lanes, making sure that they can't roam around to actually get the Terrorblade. And looking at the Terrorblade's net worth, sitting on 4,500 versus 3,300 on the likes of the Luna. So this Terrorblade is getting the best start he could have asked for, and he really needs that. Nice little quick sip of water there. Ice cold water, of course. Smoke movements up here for the likes of WRG. It is going to be the Disco Pony as well as the Shadow Demon. Waiting just to scout out anyone here. PSL just playing it extremely safe. He knows that the top lane is down, and will they actually scout him out? I'm not quite sure. That's the big thing. If you actually do manage to get this top tower down, you know the supports are moving around, wrapping around, and here you actually see them going in. Will they be able to get the disruption of the oh! No engagement onto the likes of anyone, and I think a little bit, waiting a little bit too long there, but they do manage to actually pick up the likes of beat burst out. They might turn around, go here onto the Ogre Magi if they actually have enough damage. And no, it's going to be Chadawi. Chadawi is just looping in, going for the Hand of Midas, not going for the Blink Dagger to start things off. And surprise turn of events. I actually thought the Shadow Demon just would have gone on the Ogre, they would have burst him and backed off, but they waited extremely long, making sure that the Necrophos was actually disrupted, so he can't heal, can't do anything. They burst down the Slaughter. The Slaughter's, I mean, he does have Tranquil Boots up, but he's only level 4, and he, not really being able to engage and actually get that good Slithering Crush up is costing them quite a bit. Now towards the bot lane, once again, Terrorblade just constantly pushing out this wave. This top, or this bottom tier 2 tower sitting on half HP already. Terrorblade just causing a lot of chaos for the likes of WRG. They're being forced to rotate the Lesh around, and this will give PSL just that little bit more, extra confidence, because he does see a few other heroes on the map. And Chadawi, he's going for Hand of Midas. No early blink again, wanting to get those extra levels up, get the extra gold up as well. Having a look at the Luna right now, Luna of course already has a Helm of the Dominator. Does decide to go for a Dark Wolf Summoner, just making sure she gets even more creeps to help push. Nope. He's actually sending this, probably going towards the Ancients, going to help stack herself, and
blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Let's have a look. So not a lot of action taking place. 10 minutes in the game right now. Slaughter. Wait, what's happened to the on such large? Not quite sure what happened there. But middle lane though, PSL has to be very careful right now. They do actually decide to jump. Castle is going onto the likes of Necrophos. He has actually used his ultimate there as well. Cosplay might be in a bit of trouble, but of course the disruption is there to actually catch him out if Cosplay needs to. No, now it's going to be the turnaround. Will they actually be able to get anything from this? Cosplay jumps in extremely deep. They do manage to get the nets here on the Ogre. Ogre will die, and PSL, one of the big spells up, or new big spells for the Necro is of course the Ghost Shroud, which basically works like Ghost Step, so to speak. So he takes additional magic damage, but of course he can't. He attacks straight away. And getting 2 levels up on that, that actually does mean that magic damage takes additional magic damage, but his restorative powers are amplified. So 50% up on heal. That. I've been looking at WRG has managed to take down 2 tier 1 towers from the likes of VNR. It's probably going to be pressuring it towards that bottom tier 1 as well. And you do see them just grouping up. They're literally playing VNR's game better than VNR. VNR put the early pressure on. VNR is supposed to be roaming around, moving around a lot more. and the likes of WRG, even though WRG of course has the Tide, has the Loon, has the Park, you do expect that the Slaughter, as well as the Ogre, as well as the Weaver, will have a bigger impact towards the early game. And Weaver's, I mean, he's not doing too bad. He's sitting pretty even with the Tide, 400 off the Tide. And we're actually going to see an engagement here towards the middle. Is there any kind of counter engagement? There was a Ravage that was actually used. Let's have a look and see what can actually get down from the Santos come in as well with his Eclipse. They will not even be able to get a counter kill from this. And Shadow Demon grabbing it around towards the bottom side. He has to be very careful. Lost away. Oh, he's just going to move back in towards the middle and back off. So, not quite sure what happened there. Ravage was also used by Chidawi. I wish I could rewind. That's actually a nice feature that Valve should bring in for cost. Like you have spectators, you should also be able to rewind as a caster. Oh, sorry about that. Just making sure that everything on the production side is looking smooth and sweet. And special thanks to Crimsoon, of course, aka Crimsoon Nicholas, for running my production as always. He makes sure it stays smooth and clean. So big shout out to him. Thanks. So it's actually quite interesting that probably one of the new fixes, or not fixes, but bugs coming through from Valve. I changed the net worth probably around the 8th minute, and it actually didn't pick up while you're watching in game, so I had to just make that quick. Let's have a look here. WRG, for some reason Tidot has come for a Hand of Midas. Is this his Blink Dagger coming through? Nope. It is just going to be standard boots for Chidai at this point, so probably only going to see a Blink Dagger around the, I think it's 15, maybe around the 21-minute mark, depending on how fast Chidawi farms. Could possibly be around the 19-minute mark as well. But I think until then, we won't see any explosive kind of movement. Clark is going for the Blink Dagger after his Veil of Discord. He actually has that. Oh wait, are we going to see this? Nope, yeah, there you go. Slaughter's actually going in. He does get veiled up, but unfortunately, the Waiting Rift didn't actually catch anything. And one more hit needed, leaving it for Santa. Or was that a kill secure? See the pings coming through, and I think that's actually constantly saying, but why? That was my kill. Top tower has fallen, and once again, it is going to be Turblade sitting full lead in net worth at this point, 7,400. He's going to lock into the early game, going with a Ring of Aquila as well as a 4-man shield and a Dragon Launch. So his item sitting with a Yasha as well in career in base. I think that will actually help him push a lot faster. But they've actually lost the chance to the bottom lane. So this is WRG. I mean, we haven't even seen any kind of huge initiations, Blink Dagger initiations, huge C-fight, very scrappy fight. But WRG already wants to break the high ground. And here we go, Turblade actually using his Metamorphosis, trying to do, well, healing quite a bit of damage up against Flash, and that will just completely stop the entire push from the likes of WRG. They also managed to get a tier 2 tower top, so let's have a quick look towards the net worth of both the teams, sitting under 3,000 in favor of WRG. Not actually that much at 16 minutes into the game, so BNR actually doing a lot better than what a lot of people would have given them credit for. Considering what they did up against EN last week, I am not surprised. So though, still busy farming up, he has a Dragon Lance up his own sleeve as well that he will be sending to himself shortly. There you go, Dragon Lance as well as the Helm of the Dominator. Still keeping this Dark Troll Warlord Summoner with the Ensnare. It does help out quite a bit. To, just make sure no one can actually kite you, move around you, move away from you.
A soldier's fortune.
Let's have a look. Here's the Blink Dagger up on Puck right now. We're going to see any kind of big movements. Hard Hunter, 17 minutes in, yeah. 1,400 gold. Still needs 700 top of this. 800 top of this. So it's still not going to be a pre-18 minute Blink Dagger. having the Hand of Midas. Are you going to use it? Don't disappoint me, Chadawi. There you go. I was just about it. For Chadawi for not using Hand of Midas. Use it as soon as you could, so that's good. Meanwhile, towards the top lane, they are going in onto the left right. Lesh might quite a bit of trouble. No, he might actually not get out of the one. Shadow Demon doesn't manage to get the disruption off. Lesh is still alive, but he does want this a 1-for-1 trade-off at this point. Shadow Demon, oh, they did not manage to actually catch the last one. And there you go, it is going to be top swing. Using his ultimate as well as the scored Ravage coming through. Catching on to see hit 2 heroes as well as 3 creeps. Also being used here by Necrophone, unfortunately, is not going to be enough. That is a total of 3 heroes down. And Ogre might just be the 4th. Will they be able to actually get in range? Shadow Demon, nope, it's going to be Castaway blinking forward, actually using the of Discord to try and close the gap, but it's not going to be enough. So, explosive fights here and there, but very scrappy, 1 or 2 pickoffs, leading into more, no big key team fight, but very well played from Chadawi there, getting a good rabbit coming up. Terrorblade will be able to get out of this one alive, and he nearly has his Manta style up as well. Meanwhile, where did you die, Ogre? Where did you die? It's like Ogre was defending the bottom lane, or wasn't even focusing on the bottom lane being pressured in and being pushed in by WRG. Did manage to get the tower itself as well as a kill. And WRG just flexing their muscles, extending their lead. 16 minutes in, 3 minutes ago, it was a 2.5 to 3,000 gold difference. Now it's 6,000 just from that tower as well as a couple of kills. Let's have a look. Tidon's shirt has Blink Dagger up at 19 minutes, so that was towards the low end, and I think he blinked perhaps because of those couple of kills. So, well, Ravage was there. So with this Blink Dagger Ravage potential coming with the puck as well as Lesh's AoE and Luna's AoE, I think as soon as everyone's ultimates and cooldowns are off, we'll probably see a big movement. I'd actually go in onto the Weaver right now. Weaver gets rooted up, gets entryed up as well, but Weaver's still alive at this point, so I'm not quite sure for how long he has another security, but there's the dust and boom. Well played, a pretty easy kickoff. It didn't actually even need the Luna. 2 supports could have done that by themselves. And they're just going to be pressuring out this bottom lane, pushing this in the whole time. Rain Tracks has taken more than half HP, or like 50% HP from it already, so they'll constantly be pressuring this out, sending Luna illusions up to get the kill. Meanwhile, they're actually going in onto Terrorblade. Terrorblade does use his thunder, does not actually go on in onto Chadawi, and Chadawi just blinks out of that. He does not have Ravage. Do you actually commit Ravage there to make sure that blow up and stand the chance of doing it? Interesting, but bottom tower has fallen. Very good split pushing, Space Creator coming through, and I mean as soon. Oh wait, where did that die? Okay. As soon as you've got the tower down, the Luna glaives that will just constantly be bouncing around, they're just extremely annoying to say the least. Lesh is in here towards the middle lane. Are they actually going to be able to jump on the Lesh right now? No, they do get anything. Nothing. Nope. Chadawi, he's still busy farming up, going for an Echo Saber, aka Carry Tide. Okay. Maybe, to be honest, that big enough they can have some fun now. Oh wait, middle lane though, we are going to see some kind of engagement coming through here. No one has actually died yet. Lesh is taking a lot of damage at this point. Disruption is actually there. Oh! There you go. Save the Lesh, and that is the big power of the disruption. Necropro is saying, oh, I have you, be precise, I'm going to kill you. Fortunately, nope. Necro, you are dead. Big play coming to you from Shadow Demon there, making sure to just hold off on his disruption. He of course has his Blink Dagger up right now as well, so he'll be able to just blink in from the backline, save whoever's being weak inside or whoever's in a lot of trouble. But at this point though, WRG, how can I put this? DNR held this game off. Oh wait, no, we see a Ravage coming through here, just onto the one. DNR held their own for the first 16 minutes of this game, and they played very well. problem is, as soon as WRG just started moving around the bomb, VNR was playing extremely reactive, and they couldn't get, they couldn't get everyone to where they wanted them. And GG well played coming through. I mean, the Terrorblade didn't even have a big impact on this game. And unfortunately, couldn't survive long enough, and this is what I brought up. Mid-game is the big problem here for a Terrorblade with their lineup that they have. The rest of the team was supposed to move around more, spread out around, go for kills, go for ganks, keep them away from the Terrorblade, which they did to a certain extent. The problem is they were not successful with those roams, with those ganks, with those quick pickups. You know, they were supposed to put the pressure on WRG, but it seemed like they were just playing a little bit hesitant, a little bit more towards the conservative side instead of keeping the pressure on WRG. WRG, amazing victory, very well played. Looking at the skill, at the kills, Cosplay 1-0-9, having 9 assists. Shadow Demon 6-0-9. The Shadow Demon played tremendously well, and I said the Shadow Demon's got a very tough game, a difficult game ahead of himself because of the Ogre Magi, the Slodar, the Necro, Terrorblade, etc. And being 6-0-9, Shadow Demon is literally saying, I am the carry now. But very well played for WRG, guys. Stay tuned for game number 2 between WRG versus VNR. It's going to be one hell of a game, guys.
crew pick.
Okay, everyone, and welcome back to VNR versus WRG. White Rabbit Gaming versus Veneration Esports. Game 1, first 16 minutes, extremely even, very passive game. And then all of a sudden, WRG just seemed to take control
5
of,
seconds remain.
well, everything. And VNR couldn't keep this,
Radiant crew pick.
how can I say, VNR couldn't keep the match going long enough for that Terrorblade to actually matter. However, that Terrorblade did extremely well, considering the lineup that he was up against. A lot of rotations were made to stop him from pushing. He farmed
10
extremely well.
seconds remain.
Let's see if Veneration can do it a little bit better this time up against WRG
5
to keep
seconds
more pressure
remain.
and consistent pressure on the likes of
Reserve
Dowie,
time.
on the likes of Schlinks, on the likes of Whelp, on the likes of Santa, on the likes of Castaway. Keep them
Radiant
moving
crew
around while
pick.
they actually have their own players farming, have TKC farming up, moving around, or are they going to go for a more aggressive kind of lineup? Let's have a look quickly at the picks and bans so far. There's going to be Underlord and Lone Druid once again being banned out from
10
Veneration
seconds
Esports.
remain.
The Sniper Druid build that everyone's doing is just extremely
Dire
tanky
crew pick.
and just so OP. Indian. WRG say, well, we're going to ban the Luna and the Shadow Demon, which opens up everything for us, and they pick up the Pudge and the Batrider. So I do remember they did
10
ban out the
seconds
Pudge in the
remain.
first phase. I can't remember, and then they banned out the Earth Spirit. So
5
Earth Spirit being picked up
seconds remain.
by Veneration Esports, a sort of staple here there as
Reserve
well.
time.
It's going to be quite interesting to see what WRG is going to do here. Are they going to go, let's say, passed away Pudge, passed away Cudge, Castaway Pudge, or Castaway Batrider, Chadawi Batrider? This, how are they going to move this around? Are they going to play standard Dota? Are they going to play a little bit more unorthodox, trying out a few new things up against another Masters team, since they do know they do have a game back? Problem is they have to be careful up against the likes of Veneration, because Veneration did take win up against Energy.
Radiant crew.
Yes, Veneration did take a win up against Energy 2-1 last week. So it's going to be quite interesting, and I think WG should not underestimate the likes of VNR at all.
Dire crew.
But looking at the rest of the picks, it is going to be Juggernaut up for Veneration, so a lot more early game and mid game presence here, even though Juggernaut can carry late. But he can be involved a lot earlier on. In regard to the Terrorblade, of course, with the Metamorphosis, you can. He did prove that, but he's not the same kind of impact mid game hero that a Juggernaut.
5 seconds remain.
WRG decided to ban out Telesh, so I see a
Reserve
pattern here.
time.
WRG is going to ban out every single hero they picked up game 1. I wonder. Now, is that more going to be towards it being a troll, or seriously?
Radiant crew ban. Dire crew ban.
Well, everything's going according to plan right now. WRG banning out every single hero that they picked during game 1. Going completely troll, banning them out, and I think it's the same order as well that they picked them up in. So troll. But Veneration Esports actually decides to spoil their whole, literally decides to spoil WRG's fun, and they ban out the puck themselves. To be honest, I don't think WRG probably would have picked up the puck there. I think Veneration just wanted to spoil it for them. Let's see what White Rabbit Gaming actually do decide to go here. And
5 seconds remain.
sorry about that. But I think their next pick will give us a better understanding of how they want to lane this. So there you go.
Dire
Castaway
crew
Ember
pick.
mid. Dowie offlane Batrider. Let's have a look here. Veneration wrg.castaway.bugatti. I think Castaway, if any representative of
10
Bugatti ever
seconds
sees this
remain.
stream, sees this clip, sees this game being played,
5 seconds
Castaway wants your
remain.
Bugatti. Castaway, if you watch this stream and if you do get a Bugatti, I want commission off that. I'll take every
Radiant crew
10 out of
pick.
3 days driving is Bugatti's mind. I did the for the Bugatti.
Life stealer.
And we do have this like on
Dire
recording now as
crew
well.
pick.
On backup. Live stealer is being picked up here by WRG. So gonna be carried mid. Batrider, I actually don't see a problem with Batrider going off in with the Pudge roaming there as well, getting a hook in, couple sticky napalms as well as the Pudge rots, as well as the Batrider Firefly.
5 seconds.
Veneration
remain.
do have the likes of a Nyx Assassin, so I do like Nyx, not just up against the Batrider or a
Reserve
Pudge.
time.
I like Nyx especially up against an Ember Spirit. A lot of people underestimate Nyx up against Ember Spirit. Of course, Ember Spirit most likely going for that magical damage or that magical burst build. The Flame Guard up as well. Nyx Assassin with a Spike Carapace and I think we might even see Assassin. I wouldn't put it past DNR to go with that Nyx Assassin mid. Get a couple's level up, a couple levels up in mana burn, and just constantly keep the Ember Spirits on low mana, keep him on his toes, and get the Nyx a very good start so that he can actually try and deal up against that Ember Spirit towards the early mid game. Of course, late mid and late game, Ember Spirit does win that duel, win that matchup significantly. But an Nyx Assassin's a very good
10
counter,
seconds remain.
in my opinion.
Silencer.
Federation decides to go for a
Radiant
silencer.
crew ban.
Not a bad pickup here, especially up against the likes of a Batrider, a Pudge, Ember Spirit not being able to run out then. But WRG, since they could not ban out the puck, why do they ban out?
10
gonna be interesting.
seconds remain.
Why do they go?
5 seconds remain. Reserve time.
Taking a bit of their time. Just actually trying to think if they should ban out anything specifically right now. There's most likely going to be off lane. But they could be throwing Nyx as a support, Earth Spirit off lane, Silencer mid, Nyx mid, Silencer support. There's a whole lot of possibilities from Veneration. I'm not quite sure what WRG are going for here. Or if they're going to continue. Nope, no trolling. They're actually
Dire
like, well,
crew ban.
do that, take out the Razor because of the lifesteal specifically there. And that I don't mind either. We might even see a Juggernaut up against the Ember Spirit. Specifically with something maybe like the Razor that put
10
on safe lane.
seconds remain.
Veneration, they have to ban out to Hero. And
5
it's most likely
seconds
going to be a
remain.
support, another roaming support. Maybe, to be honest, I actually wouldn't mind them banning out to
Dire crew
Rubik.
pick.
Yeah, Rubik's okay. I probably still would have gone for something like a Witch Doctor will give WG a lot more aggro potential. Lion possibly as well. Let's have a look. Let's
10
see what
seconds
WRG and Veneration's last picks are going to be. Is this going to be
5
another
seconds
22 odd
remain.
minute game, or is Veneration going to come back like they did with
Reserve
Energy and actually
time.
take a game, maybe
5
two off the likes of
seconds
WRG?
remain.
Veneration, you've got only a couple seconds left, picking up that Shadow Fiend.
Radiant crew
Mid Shadow
pick.
Fiend, support or not support, carry Juggernaut. Assassin Silencer, most likely going towards control with roaming on that offlane. But interesting matchup. I probably would have put it a bit differently. Slaughter being picked up here by WRG, another initiating. So Patch can initiate, Batrider can initiate, Ember Spirit can initiate, Slaughter can initiate, and the Lifestealer can be inside of any one of them. Oh, let's have a look, everyone. This is game number 2 of the Telco Masters Dota 2 Championship. Veneration Esports sitting, we're tied on the log with WRG at this point. However, win rate sitting on 66%. WRG beating Pulse, if I'm not mistaken, 2-0. Veneration beating Energy Esports 2-1. Stay tuned. This game is going to be a hell of a match.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Prepare for battle.
Okay, everyone, sorry about that. Just quickly had to get a quick drink of water.
Thanks,
So
mate.
missed the
I'm in,
first
mate.
like 15 seconds. Let's have a quick look here and guide you guys through the lineup of WRG. It is going to be
30
Slinks on the
seconds to
Slaughter, Chidawi on the Batrider, Castaway running the Ember Spirit, Santo on the Pudge, and then towards the bottom lane it is going to be Whelp on this live speeder. They are actually wrapping around. They want to go for someone. The hook is there by Santo. Very well played. This might actually just be first blood. The stun is coming up here from the Slaughter. One more hit needed. It's going to be Chidawi on that Batrider getting the first blood.
the battle
So,
begins.
good luck, have fun's coming up here. A little bit of trolling from the likes of Castaway, very well played. WRG managing to get a couple of runes. And Santa going for another hook, blind hook, not actually latching onto anyone, not hitting anyone. And it seems like they want to stay here. They want to continue on going. They want more. Oh, have a look here. Santo does not have enough to stun. And there's the pause. There's the pause. Orange is lagging. Better Schlinks. I also have 1,000. Oh, let's have a look here and just open up the last hits and denies. I mean, if you actually go towards net worth, we'll see Batrider sitting on like 1,000. We're not gonna go there. I had 1,000 last game, that's why I fed. Yeah. Sheer PSL. Sheer body and pal. Looking out towards this middle lane, Ember Spirit versus Shadow Demon, I do actually give this towards the Ember Spirits. It's going to be very difficult unless the Shadow Fiend actually gets off to a very good start. It's going to be very difficult for the Shadow Fiend, especially up against a level 4 Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit will be able to use Searing Chains and actually get a very good Flame Guard off, go in close. And Shadow Fiend is known for not really having a lot of HP. But let's have a look here. 6 seconds or 6, 7. There is a hook possibility coming through now, but it is going to be Schlinks. He does have a Slithering Crush if he actually needs to use it. And are we going to see a hook out? Not needed. Very well played, keeping the hook there, making sure that, you know, he's not using all of his mana. But I really want to focus on this middle lane. I don't think I'm actually going to have time because of this aggro tri lane, this try versus try. And there's going to be Lifestealer up against the Nyx here. And Lifestealer's going to, you know, just dominate the Nyx out of lane little by little. And so for that hook, will she be able to find anything coming through? Oh, no, not yet. You try and go for a sneaky in-between hook. Two Juggernauts available right now for him if he wants to go for it. Will he do it or not? No, he's waiting for that silence. I mean, Juggernaut's going to be a very difficult kill up with the Blade Fury. And middle laner Cosmos taking quite a bit of pressure here from the Shadow Fiend. So sitting 7-2 and 5-2 at this point. Evening out. The problem is evening out works out very well for the Shadow Fiend. Getting up those souls, sitting on 7 souls at this point. At top lane, another, is there any kind of hook? Santo, he wants to go for it, doesn't even need to. Quite interesting that they 4 charges up here. Despite, well, unfortunately, Silencer, oh, unfortunate, well, yeah, they don't actually manage to get the kill on the Silencer, but the Silencer is in a lot of trouble. Sitting on 5 stacks at this point, only needs 1 more right click, unfortunately, they can't even get close. Batrider does die, Santo not actually going for that hook when he had ample opportunity. And that's the one problem is if you wait for the perfect opportunity instead of a good opportunity, you sometimes do throw away a kill on your own team because you could have got a kill and actually backed off from there. You know, Chidawi might be in quite a bit of trouble right now. The four charges up here on top of Anthem, and that's another kill. Unfortunately, going the way of VNR. Once again, possibly being able to get a hook off there if you needed it. Santo playing a bit too passively. Come on, buddy, you're a pudge. We need those hooks. We need those insta pops. A level 2 hook that you have, it does 100 or 200. That's 180 damage. Get those hooks off. Get those early kills. But towards the middle lane though, PSL starting to take a bit more damage. 16 and 2 versus 14 and 4 in the mid lane comparison. We're gonna see the hook being marked up there by Santo. And backing out right now. 3 heroes coming here towards this middle lane. Going in for that shrine. Really needing any support at this point. And Castaway's got a hatred bomb. There you go. Using his hatred, actually going onto Shadow Fiend. He has managed to actually get his searing chains off, but it's not going to be enough. Tries to just try and push him out of the lane, but do see more support coming in for the side of WG. Unfortunately, there's also support from Earth Spirits as well as the Salacha. There you go. There's the hook up from Santo. Santo might actually die from this, but body block shot there from Mr. Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit, of course, does have searing chains up in 1 second if he wants to use it. He does, doing a lot of damage up to the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit, unfortunately, will be able to roll out from that one. Do manage to get kill and get out. You know, Juggernaut on the top lane, also taking quite a bit of harassment. So, a lot of back and forth coming here from both sides. However, I do feel that WG want to do more than what they're actually being able to do. And that just goes to show you, VNR is not giving them this quick and easy opportunity. Have a quick look towards the last hits. 30 and 10 here up on Whelp. The Juggernaut's 13 and 4. I mean, this is just extremely well played. And Juggernaut is, I mean, he's sitting on level 5. He does not have his phase boots up just yet. 5 minutes in, he is really struggling with it. And PSL gets one here by Costway, but Costway might be in a lot of trouble. Just another raise coming through. PSL manages to get that kill, and it's a much needed kill. Filling up his souls as well. But towards the bottom lane, Whelp did manage to get a kill up on to the Nyx Assassin, and that was without the Infest being used. Shadow Demon up once again here. Cost is sitting on level 5. Shadow Demon now does have level 6 up. 3 levels up in Necromastery, so can have a few more souls if he can actually get them. More TPs are coming in. Will they be able to go for this? The Searing Chains are there right now, as well as the Flame Guard. But once again, Anthem coming in. The hook, unfortunately, not reaching in time. And Bob going in here towards this bottom lane. Will he be able to get another kill? Nope. Seems like they do decide to back off, and a lot of action all over the place, and nothing actually latching. This Purge, I mean, he really needs that level 3. He's always missing out so little. Started getting hook shot. Anthem, will he hooked out? Nope. And for a nice little arcane rune. Well, he will be actually giving that to Castaways. Look, Santo. Gonna go in for a blind hook. There's a kill here towards the top lane. Chadawi actually did manage to go for that one. Santo, will he be able to get a hook off? He actually will not. A good slow coming up here right now by Anthem, and unfortunately PSL did go in. PSL gets hooked out. That's the hook coming through from Santo. Will they be able to actually capitalize off this? Unfortunately not. The Cosmo is in a lot of trouble right now. He actually will be able to roll away, and they're trying to go in so close though. Very good hook coming in from Santa. Unfortunately, they just did not have anything to burst, you know, anywhere further. Shadowfiend getting out with, well, looking at his current region, probably around 170 HP. Are we building slowly but surely in towards Boots, and then we'll be going in for Link Dagger. We have seen in the past a lot of Bat Riders going mostly for a drums, but that will slowly but surely be fading off again. And let's have a look. Castaway just trying to do as much damage as possible up against the Shadow Fiend. His talent tree will most likely be seeing more of a 15% spell amplification as well. A top lane engagement coming through. The Juggernaut does actually use the ultimate up onto Slinks right now. Slinks is in a lot of trouble. Slinks will actually pop from this. There's another hook available for the punch if you want to use it. There you go. Punch is going in, getting that right click. That's a 1-for-1 trade-off. 7 and 5 at this point in favor of WRG. Not really that high, but if you have a look at the net worth right now, 4,100 in favor of the Lifestealer. This Lifestealer is really having the time of his life here towards the bottom lane. And just look at this. He's just constantly harassing out the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin not really do anything. And the person closest to this Lifestealer is 3,200. That's 1,000 under what? And the Juggernaut sitting on 2,400. That is nearly 2,000. This Lifestealer nearly has double the net worth of the Juggernaut, but we do see a kill. Well, didn't see a kill happening mid lane. Ember Spirit did actually manage to get that one off. So 8 and 5. Having a look at the total net worth lead for the likes of WRG, sitting at 3,000. This is what they were sitting at in game 1 at 16 minutes in, at half, well, at double the time they're in right now. So WRG having a convincing lead, and it just showed all the lanes. Drums is actually being picked up here by the Batrider. I did not think, he would go for that standard or the old school, but the drums build per se. It does of course tag him up a little bit. He does manage, but he will be able to get out of the spin from the Juggernaut. And let's have a look what's going to be happening towards the next 5 minutes of this game. Emperor is building up towards that Veil of Discord as well as Boots of Travel. That's going to be very dangerous for the likes of the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend, sure, he will have, it's 9 minutes in, he only has Boots and Aquila as well as Bottle at this point, so not doing too badly, but he's still extremely soft. And with Veil of Discord, with that extra 15% spell amplification, the soft, or the softer heroes, the likes of the Silencer sitting on 700 HP, the likes of the Nyx Assassin also 800 HP, they're going to start melting very quickly. And are we going to see a hook coming through? Extremely well played there. Hook here, as well as the Batrider using his Flaming Lasso. Is there going to be... Oh, this might actually be very problematic for the start of WRG. There's going to be Santo being the first one to fall, but straight after that, the Juggernaut does actually drop. So he did manage to get a counter pick up extremely close. Actually, 2 heroes killed off there. Well, mid lane though, still busy farming up here. PSL does have his full boots up, going up towards that.
Structures be fortified.
I actually forgot right now, and I can't believe I forgot. There you go. Dragon Lance.
Flames rush forth.
Set up into 4 hours of sleep over an entire weekend. Things pushing out this bottom wave right now with the likes of Whelp, Anthem trapped. Yep, sort of trapped here. We have to go in for a TP cancel. Of course, you won't see that. Middle lane though is being pressured out. What's happening here? Anyway, no idea. Of course, is a sentry ward down towards this middle lane, so of course they do start out any rotations coming in here by the Nyx Assassin. Another kill towards the top lane. Was that actually drum charge used? Yes, drums used. No flaming lasso needed. And I think that was just a Lifestealer Infest. Yes. Lifestealer Infest, he does have armlets up right now. He of course does have a Blightstone, so he does do quite a big chunk of damage, especially with the burst damage that comes from that. Chidari might be in a bit of trouble. No, he'll just flame out and down. Yeah, he'll be okay. So what can VNR do regarding this? I mean, they do have an Earth Spirit, and Earth Spirit is supposed to be moving around early games. He's supposed to be creating a lot of kills, pressuring that middle lane, and he's not been able to do that. And he has to be careful even when moving around, placing a ward here. But the problem is WRG is busy pressuring your middle tier 1. Next up will be the top tier 1, and the side of VNR, not quite sure what they can do to stop them. Oh, there's an engagement here towards the bottom left now. Anthem trying to roll in. Unfortunately, multiple support TPs coming in for the side of WRG. Chidawi's still alive, and there's more TPs out. And the shadow feed is going to be hooked on. Santo, what a hook. Coming in. That's exactly what they needed. Meanwhile, also going to be another war engagement coming through. A full stun up here, or triple stun up from the likes of the Knicks. So they do actually manage to help the silencer, even with. Oh, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. Decisive might be the next one to fall. This is going to be a 3-for-1 trade-off. WRG, I mean, with the Earth Spirit coming in here, getting that roll, this is exactly what he should have been doing at 4 minutes. Not at 13, 14 minutes. It did have, well, you know, he did have backup, but he didn't land his roll. Then he tried to go in deep. The flaming lasso was there, and the instant support and the instant teleportations coming up from the side of WRD just completely dominated in that lane. Bottom 2 tower sitting on half HP at this point. Warp is just going to be thrashing it out little by little, going in towards that death zone. But just look at the amount of damage he does. Another hook. Oh, this time not actually latching. Big XP. And Costway. Costway does have a Veil of Discord up, sitting second on the net worth charts. Lifestealer does, of course, have 7,200, which is 5,300 here up on the Ember Spirit. Gonna be healing up.
Be under attack.
And is there any movement here? No. This next assassin moving towards. We'll actually find out the slaughter. Will he go in for a quick fail?
Radiant's bottom tower be under attack.
God.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower be under attack.
Rock under
Right,
attack.
I had to take a quick sip of water there. My throat is killing me at this point. But WRG moving towards the top, protecting all of their tier 1 towers at this point quite badly. Pushing in, TPing in the whole time, making sure that they have map control. How do you do that? Is when you have all of your tier 1 towers. Enemies, tier 2 towers are already being pressured. Half HP on the bottom side. The thing is, WRG seriously need this top 2 tower. They'll probably get it just with a couple of clicks. Anthem is dead. Santo? What was... Wait, what? I think that was a big misplay coming through from Santo. He started TPing bottom right next to the likes of Anthem, and let's quickly have a look here. Where was that? That was towards the bottom lane. That's why I think he started TPing out there. But let's have a look here. Double stun coming in here by the Nick. Of course, doesn't have high carapace. A very good slash. No, it went straight to the creep instead of bouncing up towards Santo, and might be quite problematic for the side of WRG. They have actually lost one hero right now. A 1-for-1 trade-off. BNR will be very happy with that. Oh, Anthem managing to get a quick kill on Sanchez. And that's a 1-for-2 trade-off. However, the bottom tier 2 tower is actually going to fall here from Raw. So, looking at that fight recap, all in all, a favorite BNR with roster on 1,000 gold. So, very well played. I think it all came down to that Pudge coming in here, standing right next to Panther and not seeing him. I don't know if it's fog. Starting to TP out, but wait, no, it's actually going to be more engagement from the life stealer. Well, wants to go for more. He actually does manage to slow up Anthem. Anthem does, of course, have his magnetize if he needs it. He does actually pop it down. Will he just throw down an extra stone remnant? Another stun coming through here. Very well played from the Nyx assassin, and this might actually be a very good kill if they do manage to get Warp, but Warp is just so damn fast. He of course does have his phase boots. Will they be able to go for anything more? Chidawi's in a lot of trouble here with Pretty Boy as well as PSL, but they just can't seem to catch up. The power of the drums as well as the blink dagger just showing itself extremely well. Oh, the hook! The hook's not actually landing onto PSL right now, but they do manage to get the... well, there's no explosion from PSL. Well, Bob just knew he had to beeline his way out of that, otherwise he was going to drop from that. And are they going to be able to get the Juggernaut from this as well? Unfortunately not. And all of the gold that they made from the top fight, they lost instantly. That's literally a 4-for-1 trade-off. over the long period of the fight. Looking towards the net worth right now, sitting around the 11,000 in favor of WRG. XP earned only around the 7,000 mark. So XP wise, Cloud Events is doing not too badly. The problem is they get a good fight and then they have to back off, and during that course, oh, something like this happens. That's actually getting the kill. Is that a double remnant being thrown down? I think it was. Let's have a look here. It is 18 minutes into the game. Currently, VNR not having the best early game that they could have asked for. Hook coming through, and this is why. It's just constant steering chains, hook. Steering chains into a hook, pulling him back, getting the kill. And this is sort of what they want to just constantly be doing. Getting those slider first, steering chain combos off, 50% spell damp, as well as avail of discord. Hook, that always equals to a death. Even if they, well, I think if they manage to get the Juggernaut and he spins out, that's okay. Anyone else should be an instant death with that combo. Have a look here towards the bottom lane. It is actually going to be VNR just saying, well, we're going to abandon the tier 2 town. We're actually going to take a counter at tier 1. I do agree with it. Even though it's not a favorable trade, they need to try and gain some kind of map control back. They still have a tier 2 tower top, so they can always TP to this shrine if they need to. Getting this bottom tier 1 tower down does help quite a bit. However, there's no global silence used. The blink was in there by the Batrider, and the Batrider does manage to actually get the kill. It is actually going to be the Spark in the kill in the end. And VNR losing that one, but putting pressure now onto a tier 2 tower. I do like this, trying to force out as much as they can. However, WSG know, well, they don't really care. They're busy pushing up top. Now they're coming in here, and it's actually going to be Castaway getting another kill. As it towards the middle lane, what did he actually use? It was just Byron as well as standard blow up. Top tier 2 tower did fall, bottom tier 2 tower for WRG took roughly around 2/3 damage, so they're not trying to gain what map control they can back. But Castaway on this middle lane, what does he have? Fuel Scepter. Hook coming through, missing. Juggernaut just instantly his way out. And I think WG will just back out a little bit, take care of the shrines. There you go, Remnant to being propped up now as well. And there you go, taking the last hit. Fortunately, it went too well. Let's have a look quickly through the item progression here for the side of VNR. Hand of Midas being picked up by the Knicks, trying to gain those extra levels, get that level 11 up as fast as possible. Or moving any further. Silencer, or wait, we're actually going to see an engagement coming through here. It is with the Silencer. He once again not past global silence at all, even before he's dead. And that's going to be 3 heroes down. Wolf getting a double kill. PSL going in for a big Requiem of Souls. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. The hook does not actually catch him, does manage to save PSL's life. PSL gets a wicked kill streak end from Whelp, and yeah, there you go. Oh, they did manage to get a hook up there. Will they be able to get even 14 told to do it? Wow. That's 2 heroes down, and they might want to go in further here on the Shadow Fiend. I don't think they'll have enough. That was a very big overextension and a very unfortunate or misplay coming through from the punt, actually hooking out the Ember Spirit. Giving Shadow Fiend 2,000 or 1,000, how many? Trying to find 1,300 gold close. That means that Ultimate Orb is up right now. What's he going to be going for next? The Mantle Style up. Castaway getting another kill. Add another combo. No combo with it. Still, a little bit of life here in it for the side of VNR, and with this match start out, being able to actually get out of precarious situations, I do like it. quite sure though if it's going to be enough because Juggernaut at this point sitting on 5,900 net worth. Literally double that, more than double that is a live stealer, and Juggernaut actually seeing more engagement. Fully TP out of that one. Nope. I can't remember what was the last time I saw. Well, never mind a good global silence, but any kind of global silence. However, they do want to go onto live stealer here. Unfortunately, it is sort of going to be like a trap because WRG are covering the jungle as well, yeah, and it will actually be scouted out. There you go. The spin is actually there from the Juggernaut before the hooks actually come in on the Batrider. Batrider might be in a lot of trouble. However, Constantly does come in, does manage to get a series chase off. The hook is there instantly onto the Juggernaut. Juggernaut does fall. PSL is in a lot of trouble. PSL drops from that one. That's 3 heroes down for the price of 1. 4 heroes down for the price of 1. Once again, Silencer, buddy, use your global silence. There for a reason. They're diving you. Even though they've already cast most of the spells, maybe it's a deterrent for them not to dive you as far. And Pretty Boy, well, he's in a lot of trouble. And I think he's going to dive from this one. Right? That's just a standard Ghost Scepter being popped by Spirit as soon as he dove in very far. That's going to be Sled Racks 24 minutes into this game. I think there might be one last hoorah coming up for the side of VNR. What will they actually do? Will they decide to use the global silence? Global silence cannot be decided. He is seeing change. There's the global silence. Can they do anything from this? The stun, unfortunately, a very uncharacteristic mistake coming through from the Nixie Assassin. Because Nixie Assassin has been playing insanely well. And another hook is going to be onto the Juggernaut. Juggernaut does use his Omni Slash as well as his spin, trying to get a kill. No, running all the way towards the backline, but it is going to be Batrider blinking and getting a very good flaming lasso onto the Juggernaut, and they will be able to actually get that kill. That's 2 heroes down. They want to go for more. This is a complete disaster for the side of VNR. Anthem going to be the next one to drop, and that's the full team. There's going to be GG's being called here. Quite sure. Yeah, there you go. GG's coming through for. Well, from DNR, WRG just dominating this complete game. I have to say, playing extremely well. Nearly 20,000 gold lead at 20 minutes into this game. I have high hopes for VNR considering what they did up against Energy. But WRG just showing they are in a completely different bracket than most teams. Not all teams. There are a few teams that can compete with them than most teams in the Telkom Masters. I'm Reddit. Joining me was no one. Did a nice little solo cast. Really enjoyed it. Thanks so much to everyone watching. I'll be casting again hopefully sometime this week, and well, it's going to be interesting to see, can any team take a couple of games or take even an entire matchup against WRG, or is WRG going to become the new bravado, the new powerhouse, the new undisputed champions of Dota in South Africa? Guys, stay tuned. The Telkom Master Series is going to be insane, and I personally think there's going to be quite a few upsets coming soon in a week or 2 or 3. Stay tuned and see you guys. Well, actually, don't know. Soon, I guess. Cheers.